Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We have started a new initiative that will help the aspirants to revise the current affairs through options. The options selected here are of utmost importance. They will help you to revise current affairs of the past 4 months. This will boost your memory through mind mapping. Due to time constraint, we have limited option revision in the video. Rest of the options revision will be available in our daily current affairs application quiz section. Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the 4th week of the May month. Session will be quite interesting and important, so do pay attention till the end. Let's start. First is according to the recently released Oxford Economics Global Cities Index 2024, which city has ranked among the Indian cities while New York has topped globally. It is New Delhi. Right? Delhi is the city that has topped among the Indian cities in the Oxford Economics Global Cities Index 2024, and in this it was New York that secured the first position, right? And if we are talking about globally, the Delhi rank was at 350th position among the world's 1000 largest cities, and New York it is in USA. Then apart from this, then is your London on second position, followed by San Jose of USA at third position. Apart from this, if we talk about Kolkata, it is at 528th position, Pune 539, and Thrissur in Kerala, it is at 550th position. Next, name the country that has officially become the 99th member of International Solar Alliance. It is Spain. It became the 99th member of International Solar Alliance. And if we talk about International Solar Alliance, it was started by India and France, and it was in 2015 that it was started. Apart from this, remember Panama, it was the 98th country to join this. And if we talk about Egypt, Ethiopia and Saudi Arabia, remember 5 countries, namely Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia and UAE, they have joined BRICS as of 1st Jan 2024. Next, as per RBI's recently published State of the Economy report, non-resident Indian, that is NRI deposit flows has surged by 63.5% to dash amount in FY24, that is the highest in 8 years. So as per RBI State of Economy report, NRI deposit flows surged by 63.5% to $14.7 billion in FY24, that is the highest ever in 8 years. Right? Take a note of this. Apart from this, remember, if we talk about the net foreign direct investment into India, it dropped by 62.17% to $10.58 billion in FY24. Next, name the organization or financial institution that has approved the dividend of 2,10,874 crore rupees, that is close to 2.11 lakh crore rupees to the government of India. It is Reserve Bank of India. They will be giving this 2.11 lakh crore rupees of dividend to the government, right? And higher dividend yields aids, and basically this amount will be helping the central government to achieve the fiscal deficit target of 5.1% of the GDP. Then if we talk about NABARD, here remember NABARD and Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Rural Livelihood Mission, they have signed an MOU to help self-help groups. Then if we talk about IRDAI, remember they have recently removed the requirement of case-to-case approval for investment in IDF NBFCs. What is IDF? Infrastructure Development Fund. Next, name the chairperson of an expert committee that has been recently constituted by IFSCA to position GIFT IFSC as a global commodity trading hub. So who is the chairperson here? Rajiv Khair. Right? IFSCA has constituted an expert committee to position GIFT City in Gandhinagar, Gujarat as their global commodity trading hub. This is important. This committee will be a 21-member committee, and this committee will be chaired by Rajiv Khair. Then if we talk about Devendra Jajaria, remember he was elected as the president of Paralympic Committee of India. If we talk about Vinod Kumar Paul, remember Vinod Kumar Paul recently has been elected as the head of the committee, that is a 16-member committee set up by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare to review Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. Next is, which financial company has recently received the certificate of registration from IRDAI to act as a corporate agent composite under the Insurance Act of 1938? It is Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Service Limited. This registration shall be valid from 21st of May 24 till 20th of May 2027. Then if we talk about Paymart India Private Limited, this is a fintech startup and they have partnered with 5 Indian banks. Which are these 5 Indian banks? IDBI Bank, Indian Bank, Axis Bank, Jammu and Kashmir Bank and Karur Vasai Bank. And this is basically to introduce India's first virtual ATM. Next, Klaus Schwab, the founder and executive chairman of which organization announced that he would be stepping down from the executive role and transitioning to a non-executive role by January 2025. So Klaus Schwab, founder and executive chairman of World Economic Forum, has announced that he will be stepping down and now he will be going to a non-executive role. If we talk about IMF, International Monetary Fund, Washington is the headquarter, and recently remember Kristalina Georgieva was re-elected as the managing director for the second term and each term is of 5 years. Next, which music composer won the 2005 Oscar Award for the movie Finding Neverland has recently passed away in 2024. So Jan A.P. Kaczmarek, right? He won the Oscar Award and he's a Polish music composer and he recently passed away. He is from which country? He is from Poland. Then if we talk about Kumar Sahani, remember if we talk about him, he is a renowned Indian filmmaker, screenwriter and he won 3 national awards and he recently passed away at the age of 83 in Kolkata, West Bengal. Next is, which international organization along with ILGA World, that is your International Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Trans and Intersex Association, has recently announced that the launch of an International Pride Awards as a recognition to the LGBTQ community. So, which international organization with ILGA has announced these Pride Awards? It is your United Nations Development Program. UNDP, headquarter of which is in New York, USA. Next, name the youngest Indian mountaineer who has recently climbed Mount Everest from Nepal side. So, Kamya Karthikeyan. Right? He is the student. He is 16 years old. He is an Indian mountaineer and youngest ever Indian mountaineer who climbed the Mount Everest from the Nepal side. Kamya, sorry he, right? She's a woman and she's 16 years of age. And in 2020, remember, she earned the title of the youngest girl globally to summit Mount Aconcagua. And also she is the recipient of the Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Shakti Puraskar. Moving on. Next is, the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways announced new regulations on driving license rules, which include applicants having the option to take their driving test at a privately operated driving training centers with effect from which date. So, according to the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, people now will be able to take driving test from the privately operated driving schools or training centers from 1st of June 2024. Right, under these new regulations, applicants now have option to take their driving test at privately operated driving training centers. If there will be a fine, that if a minor is found driving, a fine of 25,000 rupees will be imposed, and if there is any instructor who is asking for a renewing license fees, then a 5,000 rupees fine will also be imposed there. Also, fine of 1,000 to 2,000 rupees will also be imposed for speeding. Next, as per the data from RBI presented in Parliament, unclaimed deposits in public and private sector banks has reached 42,270 crore rupees as of March 2023. And the COVID-19 pandemic significantly impacted the unclaimed fund that stood at 39,900 crore rupees in 2022, but has increased now to 42,272 crore 70 crore rupees. Any account that is inactive for more than 10 plus years is considered as a or that money in that bank account is claimed as a unclaimed account, right? Next, if we talk about 61,077 crore rupees, remember it is the net profit of SBI for fiscal year 24. Next, IRDAI that has announced new dash for insurance, which mandated insurance companies to get prior approval for their board chairperson appointment. So IRDAI, they have introduced new corporate governance regulations for insurers that will mandate the companies to get prior approval from their board chairperson appointment. Take a note of it. Now, it will be mandatory for the insurance companies to seek prior approval for their board chairperson appointment with immediate effect, and the board of meetings will be conducted only when the quorum is maintained, that is 1/3 of the total strength of the board or 3 directors, whichever is higher, is present. Then if we talk about age regulations here, remember IRDI, they have removed the age barrier of 65 plus years of age for health insurance. Next, who has been recently conferred with the prestigious 2024 Shaw Prize in the category of astronomy? So Srinivas Ramchandra Kulkarni. He has been recently awarded with the prestigious Shaw Prize in the category of astronomy, right? And this award is given for his contribution to time domain astronomy, right? And this is, remember, these discoveries that he made are very important for understanding the time variable optical sky. Then these awards were awarded in 3 categories: astronomy, life science and medicine, and mathematical science. For mathematical science, it is Peter Sarnak of USA who was awarded with this award, Shaw Prize in mathematical science. And for life science and medicines, there are 2, Sui Le Thin and Stuart Orkin. They both have won the award in the life science and medicine category. Next, which of the following airport has become the first airport in India to achieve zero waste to landfill accolade from CII ITC CESD, that is Center for Excellence for Sustainable Development. So which of the following airport? It is Trivandrum International Airport, right? This airport, where it is located in which state? It is in Kerala, and it became the first airport in India to achieve zero waste to landfill accolade. That means they are recycling and managing 99% of the waste that is generated in this airport, and they are working on 5 principles. 5R principle, that is reduce, reuse, repurpose, recycle and recover. Then if we talk about Kemp Gowda International Airport, remember this is in Bangalore, Karnataka, and it has been recognized as the best regional airport in India and South Asia and moved up to 59th position in 2023. Moving on, first ever UN International Day of Markhor was observed across the globe on 24th of May. Markhor, the world's largest wild goat species, is the national animal of which country? It is the national animal of Pakistan, and International Day of Markhor is observed on 24th May. Right, and it is the national animal of Pakistan since 1972. Next, University of Tokyo inaugurated the world's highest observatory, that is Atacama Observatory in dash country. So it was inaugurated in Chile, right? It is University of Tokyo. They inaugurated this Atacama Observatory that is installed at 6.5 meter infrared optimized telescope, and it is the highest observatory in the world that stands at 5,640 meter, and it is in Atacama Desert in Chile, and it was also certified by the Guinness World Record here. Moving on, according to the Periodic Labor Force Survey released by the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, which of the following states topped the youth unemployment rate among the 15 to 29 age group for the January to March quarter of FY24? It is Kerala, right? According to Periodic Labor Force Survey released by Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, it is Kerala state that has topped the youth unemployment rate for the age group of 15 to 29 years of age, and this is for the 4th quarter, that is from January to March, right? And here the unemployment rate stood at in this group was 31.8%, that is significantly higher, right? Then if we talk about unemployment rate for women, it is the highest in Jammu and Kashmir. It is at 48.6% for the fourth quarter. Then if we talk about Rajasthan here, remember Rajasthan became the first Indian state to launch State Water Resources Information System dashboard. For Gujarat, it is VMC, Vadodara Municipal Corporation. They have raised 100 crore rupees by issuing Asia's first green municipal bond, that is for sustainable water infrastructure. Next, which ministry has recently constituted an interministerial committee headed by VSK Kamudi to tackle the increasingly organized cyber crimes from Southeast Asian countries like Cambodia, Myanmar, Laos, PDR? So, right option here is option 3, Ministry of Home Affairs. Right here, SE, that is your Southeast Asian region, they account for 45% of the cyber financial frauds that are taking in India. And this committee that is powered by VSK Community will be working towards eliminating these cyber frauds. Then if we talk about MEITY, Ministry of Electronics, Information and Technology, they have partnered with NIXI, that is National Internet Exchange of India, and they have launched BhashaNet. They have launched BhashaNet portal to advance the vision of digital inclusion. Next is, according to the Wall Street Journal's list of the highest paid chief executive officer in the USA for 2023, Indian origin Nikesh Arora secured the world's second position as the highest paid CEO in 2023, right? This is according to the Wall Street Journal. We are talking about the highest paid chief executive officers in USA, and Nikesh Arora was on the second position in the world. He is the chief executive officer of Palo Alto Networks, and he has a net salary, you can say, of 1,260 crore rupees per annum. Right? Who secured the top position? Hawk E. Tan. He is the president and CEO of Broadcom Incorporation, right? And he is the world's highest paid CEO with a salary package of 161.83 million dollar. Then if we talk about Ajay Pal Singh Banga, he is the president of World Bank, and he was among one of the 8 Indians who were listed in the Time 100 most influential people for 2024. This was the 21st edition of this Time 100 most influential people 2024 list. Next, name the financial organization that has recently amended the guidelines on dynamic price bands for scripts in the derivative segment to improve uncertainty in management and reduce information disproportion. It is SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India. They have amended the guidelines on dynamic price bands for scripts in the derivative segment in order to improve the uncertainty in the management and reduce the information disproportion. Alright, and in order to tackle the inconsistency here, SEBI will increase the cooling off period of 15 minutes and would decrease the flexing percentage of 5% in the calculated manner. Then if we talk about IRDAI, remember IRDAI recently celebrated their silver jubilee on 19th of April, that is 25 years of celebration. And if we talk about Bank of India, or if we talk about Reserve Bank of India, that is RBI, they have raised the minimum capital requirement for asset reconstruction companies from 100 crore rupees. It has been increased to 300 crore rupees. Next, who has recently won the prestigious Amal Clooney Women's Empowerment Award at the Prince Trust Award event in the UK to recognize her role in the Pink E-Rickshaw initiative? So it is Aarti. Right, Aarti, she is 18 years of age and she is a rickshaw driver from Uttar Pradesh, and she has won this Amal Clooney Women Empowerment Award at the Prince Trust Award. The event was celebrated at London, UK, and she has also met King Charles III. And this was for promoting the initiative that is Pink E-Rickshaw. What is this basically? This will help the women to buy these e-rickshaws and work as a driver and earn their livelihood. Then if we talk about Purnima Devi Burman, remember she's a wildlife biologist from Assam state, and she has been honored with Whiteley Gold Award, that is your Green Oscar by Whiteley Fund for Nature at the Royal Geographical Society Award ceremony in London, UK. Next is, who has been recently appointed as the non-executive part-time chairman of ICICI Bank Limited? So Pradeep Kumar Sinha. right? Former Cabinet Secretary Pradeep Kumar Sinha has been appointed as the non-executive part-time chairman of ICICI Bank Limited. He will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding Girish Chandra Chaturvedi. He is set to retire on 30th of June. He will take over the position from 1st of July 2024 and his term will be of 3 years. Right? Then if we talk about Ajay Kanwal, remember RBI has approved the reappointment of Ajay Kanwal as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Jana Small Finance Bank. Next, which sport personality was recently named as the Tournament Ambassador for International Cricket Council Men's T20 World Cup 2024? So Shahid Afridi. Then apart from this, Chris Gayle, Yuvraj Singh and Usain Bolt, they all were named as the ambassador of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2024. Take a note of this, right? Then if we talk about Sana Mir here, remember she is the former Pakistan women's cricketer and she has been named as the ambassador of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup Qualifier 2024. This will be held in UAE. And we are talking about this ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Where this will be held? It will be held in USA and West Indies. Next, which Indian team has recently won a gold medal at the inaugural edition of the Asian Relay Championship 2024? So mixed 4x400 relay has won the gold medal at the inaugural edition of the Asian Relay Championship 2024. Next is, when was the first ever United Nations World Football Day observed across the globe to acknowledge the global reach of football and its impact across various spheres including commerce, peace and diplomacy? It is May 25. Right, take a note of this. And it marks the 100 years. This year 2024, 25th of May 2024 marks the 100 years of 1924 Olympic football tournament held in Paris, France. Then on 7th of May, World Athletics Day, and on June 23 we observe this day as International Olympic Day. Next, May 2024, HSBC extended the transaction documents to acquire dash stake in CCIL IFC Limited worth 6.125 crore rupees. So HSBC executed the transaction documents to acquire 6.125% stake in CCIL IFC Limited worth 6.125 crore rupees. Next, which international organization has approved the Artificial Intelligence Act, that is the world's first major law regulating the artificial intelligence? It is European Union, EU, right? And remember here that this EU Commission is entitled to impose a penalty on companies that breach the AI Act. As much as up to $38 million of penalty can be imposed them, or 7% of their annual global revenue, whichever is higher, that amount of penalty will be imposed. Next, which organization has recently approved a new strategy on IP genetic resources and associated traditional knowledge? It is WIPO, WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization, has approved a new treaty on IP genetic resources and associated traditional knowledge. And this is for the first time the system of knowledge and wisdom, which has supported economies, societies and cultures for centuries, is now inscribed into the global IP system. If we talk about World Trade Organization here, remember it is the Union of Comoros and Democratic Republic of Timor-Leste. They have become the members of WTO recently. Next, which organization has lowered the tick size for all stocks from 5 paisa to 1 paisa for securities priced below 250 rupees in the cash segment? It is NSE, National Stock Exchange of India. At present, it is 5 paisa, the tick size, right? That means now earlier we can buy it at, say for example, 245.5, 246, 246.5. This was the amount which you can buy the stock. But now for stocks below, price below 250 rupees, we can now buy for at 245.7, 245.72, 245.75, right? This was it. Now we can buy it as 245.6, 245.8, 0.9 and so on, right? In earlier we cannot buy it at 245.6, so right, that was not allowed, but now it has been allowed. And this new tick size will be effective from 10th of June. Next, which Indian airport has recently won the silver award under the over 35 million passengers per annum category in the Airport Council International Asia Pacific Middle East Green Airports Recognition 2024? It is Indira Gandhi International Airport, that is in New Delhi. And remember here, this airport has recently won the silver award under over 35 million passengers per annum category, and it is in the Airport Council International Asia Pacific and Middle East award, right? Take a note of this. Then if we talk about Kempegowda International Airport, this Kempegowda International Airport is of Bengaluru, Karnataka, and they have won this under 15 to 35 million passengers per annum category, silver award. And if we talk about Chaudhry Charan Singh International Airport, that is in Lucknow, they have won this silver award under less than 8 million per annum category. Next, which of the following organization has recently won the ATD Best Award 2024 by the USA based Association for Talent Development for leveraging talent development as a struggle business tool? So which of the following organization has recently won the ATD Best Award 2024? Remember both A and B, that is Power Grid Corporation of India Limited and NTPC Limited. Power Grid, remember this is a Maharatna CPSC that comes under the Ministry of Power and has been awarded with the ATD Best Awards 2024. And this is the third time Power Grid has won this ATD Best Award 2024, right? Earlier it was in 2021 they won it, then in 2023 they won it, and now they won it in 2024. Correct? And remember NTPC, this is a public sector undertaking that has received the award 7 times in the past 8 years. Next, NASA, they have launched climate satellites designed to study heat emissions at Earth's pole. The satellite were launched using Rocket Lab's Electron rocket from Launch Complex 1 in Mahia, New Zealand under DASH mission. So it was launched under Pre-Fire mission, right? Take a note of this. And it was launched from Mahia in New Zealand. This Pre-Fire, this stands for Polar Radiant Energy in the Far Infrared Experiment mission. And the aim of this mission is to study the heat emissions at the Earth's pole, right? And it will be by NASA. Then if we talk about APEP mission, remember this mission was launched by NASA, right? And it is basically to study the atmospheric perturbations around eclipse path, right? Because of the eclipse path, what are the effect on our various layers of the atmosphere. Then if we talk about Aditya L1 launched by ISRO, and it is to study the outer surface of the sun, that is corona. And this L1 stands for the Lagrange 1 point at which it will be placed. Then next is Bhardiya Daneshwar, Iranian chess grandmaster, won the Masters title at the Sharjah Masters 2024. Name the Indian chess player who won the Challengers title at the Sharjah Masters 2024. So remember Divya Deshmukh is the Indian chess player who won the Challengers title at the Sharjah Masters 2024. Take a note of this. Right? Then apart from this, remember Divya Deshmukh, right? We are talking about her and she is 18 years of age. Apart from this, if we are talking about Bhardiya Daneshwar, Bhardiya Daneshwar is a 17-year-old Iranian chess grandmaster, right? And has won the Masters title here. Masters title at the Sharjah Masters 24. Who won the Challenger title? Divya Deshmukh. Who won the Masters title? Bhardiya Daneshwar. Next is Wang Zhiyi of China defeated Dash to win the women's singles at the Badminton World Federation Malaysia Masters 2024. So PV Sindhu, right? She's a 2-time Olympic gold medalist and has won the women's single title at the Badminton World Federation Malaysia Masters 2024. Whereas if we talk about the men's category, who won the men's category here? The men's category won by Victor Axelsen, he is of Denmark. Women's Sing title won by Wen Shi Yi. Next is name the cyclone that has recently made landfall between the West Bengal Sagar Islands and Khepupara in Bangladesh. So it is Cyclone Remel. Right, Cyclone Remel, it made a landfall in the area between Sagar Islands in West Bengal and Khepupara in Bangladesh as per IMD, India Meteorological Department. Cyclone Remel, named by Oman, it means sand in Arabic, and it can reach a speed of up to 135 km per hour over Bay of Bengal. Next, Singapore and Hong Kong banned the sale of few Indian brand spices in their countries due to the presence of which chemical, that is a cancer causing chemical found in the spices, that is ethylene oxide. So in multiple brands of multiple spices, right, this ethylene oxide was found, and because of which Singapore and Hong Kong, they have banned the sale of these brands in their country. Next is the Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare is set to launch a unified dash portal to simplify the process of filing health insurance claims. So Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare is set to launch NHCX. NHCX, what is it? It is your National Health Claim Exchange, and it is to simplify the process of filing health insurance claims. This will foster transparency, right, and will ensure interoperability of health insurance claims, and it will also enhance the efficiency of health insurance sector. The portal is expected to be launched within the next 2 to 3 months. This portal will also serve as a single window platform for all the health insurance companies, hospitals, insurance holders, and so on. Then if we talk about eSmrithi, remember Amit Shah, our Home Minister, launched this portal eSmrithi, and it is basically a platform for registration, purchase, payment of tur dal producing farmers, of tur dal producing farmers. That is your eSmrithi. Next, who became the first Indian to win the Grand Prix award at the 77th annual Cannes International Film Festival for the Indian film All We Imagine as Light? So Payal Kapadia, right? Payal Kapadia has won recently Grand Prix award during the 77th annual Cannes International Film Festival for the Indian film All We Imagine as Light. Who won the Palme d'Or award? It was won by Sean Baker. Right, this is the highest honor of the Cannes Film Festival, and this Grand Prix, this is the second highest honor of the Cannes Film Festival. Then next is in May, the Appointments Committee of the Cabinet, ACC, extended the tenure of Dash Secretary, Department of Defense Research and Development, and Chairman of the Defense Research Development Organization by 1 year. So ACC has extended the appointment of Dr. Samir V. Kamath, who is the Chairman of DRDO and Secretary of the Department of Defense Research and Development, and his term has been extended by 1 year. Apart from this, if we talk about Nalin Prabhat, remember ACC has approved the appointment of Nalin Prabhat as the Director General of the National Security Guard till the date of his superannuation. Next, KKR, Kolkata Knight Riders, captained by Shreyas Iyer, won the title of the 17th season of the Indian Premier League by defeating Sunrisers Hyderabad in the finals. Who won the Orange Cap for scoring the most runs of the season? So Orange Cap was won by Virat Kohli, that is basically for scoring the maximum number of runs in a particular IPL season. Virat Kohli belongs from Royal Challengers Bangalore. This was the 17th season of IPL. Tata Group was the sponsor here for this group, and this time it is Kolkata Knight Riders that has won the title for the third time. Earlier it was 2012, then 2014, and now in 2024 they have won the IPL. If we are talking about Orange Cap, we just saw Virat Kohli, but if we are talking about Purple Cap, who won the Purple Cap? It is for the maximum number of wickets taken. So Harshal Patel has won the Orange Cap, and he belongs from Punjab Kings. Next, who has recently become the first ever Indian to win gold medal at the Asian Gymnastics Championship? So Deepa Karmakar, right? She is from which state? She is from Tripura, and she became the first Indian gymnast to win gold medal in the women's vault apparatus during the Asian Gymnastics Championship. This was held where? In Uzbekistan. Then if we are talking about Chanchal Chaudhary, remember Chanchal Chaudhary won gold medal in the women's youth light fly 50 kg category during the Youth World Boxing Cup of 2024 and it was held in Montenegro. Next, who recently won the F1 Monaco Grand Prix held in Monte Carlo, Monaco? So Charles Leclerc has won the F1 Monaco Grand Prix, right? Charles Leclerc, he drives for which company? He drives for Ferrari, right? And remember, for Charles Walsh, this is the first win since 2022 Australian Grand Prix. Next, if we are talking about Max Verstappen, he drives for Red Bull and he has won Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Next, NASA's Hubble Space Telescope shared a picture of a spiral galaxy which was named after Egyptian queen Berenice II. So what is the name of that galaxy? It is NGC 4689. NGC 4689, this is the name of the spiral galaxy, right? And it is NASA's Hubble Space Telescope that has shared the spiral galaxy NGC 4689's picture, which was named after Egyptian queen Berenice II. Next, which organization has recently partnered with NSDC, that is National Skill Development Corporation, to advance skill development and lifelong learning in India and globally? It is International Labour Organization, ILO, right? ILO partnered with NSDC to advance skill development and lifelong learning in India and globally. Then if we talk about ISKCON, they have partnered with NSDC, right? And they signed this MOU to establish eco villages that will be inspired by Govardhan Eco Village, that is in Maharashtra. Next, RBI, Reserve Bank of India, launched retail direct mobile application and a fintech repository. The RBI also launched a dash portal which allow individuals or entities to apply online for regulatory approvals, licenses and authorizations from RBI, that is Prabha portal, right? RBI also launched this Prabha portal that will allow the individuals, entities to apply online for regulatory approvals, licenses, authorizations from RBI, and the main objective is here is to enhance the regulatory process, right? Then if we are talking about Sathi portal, it was Arjun Munda, who is the Union Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, has launched a sandbox for agriculture and rural security technology and insurance, that is Sathi portal. Sandbox is basically an environment where the services before launching to the general public, they are tested. That environment is known as sandbox, right? And this Sathi portal is basically to offer various range of insurance products that includes your Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Next is, which bank has recently collaborated with Poonawalla FinCorp Limited to launch a co-branded E-Lite RuPay credit card? It is IndusInd Bank, right? Poonawalla FinCorp Limited, that is a NBFC, right, in collaborated with IndusInd Bank, and they have launched a Poonawalla FinCorp IndusInd Bank E-Lite RuPay credit card. Then if we are talking about Federal Bank, remember Federal Bank, they have launched National Common Mobility Card, that is integrated debit card that will allow the RuPay debit card holders to use their debit cards for offline payments, right? Then if we are talking about State Bank of India, this is also important, take a note of this. They have partnered with AIMS to launch a smart payment card that will provide hassle-free payment for treatment at AIMS. Next is, name the artist who has topped the Huron India Art List 2024 with the total sales of his artwork amounting to 79.9 crore rupees. So Anish Kapoor, right? He's the artist who topped the Huron India Art List with the total sales of his art amounting to 79.9 crore rupees. Then if we are talking about Arpita Singh, she's 87 years of age and she was ranked third among the female artists here, right? Ranked third, but among the female artists, she topped here, right? Then if we are talking about Kapil Dev Prasad, remember Padma Shri awardee Kapil Dev Prasad, a renowned handloom artist, recently passed away at the age of 70. Then Bhavi Mehta won the 9th edition of the Oxford Bookstore book cover prize for the book Beautiful. Next, which regulatory body has recently approved the demerger of the hotel business of ITC Limited to its newly incorporated wholly owned subsidiary ITC Hotels Limited? It is CCI, Competition Commission of India. And here ITC, they will retain 40% of their stake in ITC Hotels Limited, and remaining 60% will be held by the stakeholders of ITC. Next, which company has recently entered into an agreement to sell its 30% minority stake in Tata Play Limited to Tata Group for approximately $1 billion? It is Walt Disney, right? Which company recently entered into an agreement to sell its 30% minority stake in Tata Play Limited to Tata Group? It is Walt Disney. If we are talking about Sony Pictures, remember Culver Max Entertainment Private Limited, formerly known as Sony Pictures, right? They have officially terminated a $10 billion merger agreement with Z Entertainment Enterprise Limited. Next, which company or organization has recently partnered with IIT Bombay to build India's first quantum diamond microchip imager? That is your TCS, Tata Consultancy Services, right? So TCS partnered with IIT Bombay to build India's first quantum diamond microchip imager. Take a note of this. Apart from this, if we are talking about Wipro, remember Srinivas Pillai was appointed as MD and CEO of Wipro with effect from 7th of April. And if we are talking about Mindgrove Technologies Private Limited, right? Mindgrove backed by IIT Madras, right? Take a note of this. Next is which bank has recently decided to stop SMS notification for UPI transactions below 100 rupees from 25th of June 2024. It is HDFC Bank, right? Responding to feedback from customers stating that the low value transaction alerts were unnecessary, Mumbai, Maharashtra headquartered HDFC Bank is set to stop SMS alerts for UPI transactions below 100 rupees from 25th of June. And sending bulk messages at such a large scale costs around 40 crore rupees per day for these UPI payments. Also, banks are promoting UPI Lite for transaction up to 500 rupees through app without any security pin transaction. Next is which of the following ministries has recently signed an MOU with CSC E-Governance Service Limited to provide e-migrate services through common service centers in India? So which is it? It is Ministry of Electronics, Information and Technology and Ministry of External Affairs. And remember, the MOU was signed during the conference of the National Workshop on Powering Transformation through User Experience and User Interface for Digital Governance held in New Delhi on 28th of May. And this e-migrate project is undertaken to assist the blue collar workers going for the emigration. That means who migrate from one country to another country for job perspective or any other higher studies. For them it will be beneficial. Next is name the highest ranked Indian institution, that is 32nd in the 12th edition of the Times Higher Education Asia University ranking. So which is that Indian institution ranked 32nd position globally, and it is the highest ever Indian institution, or it is it stands top in the Indian institutions. So it is IISc Bangalore. It stands at 32nd position globally and first in the Indian institutes. This was the 12th edition of the THE Asia University ranking 2024. And it is Tsinghua University of China that has secured the top position for the 6th consecutive time. Next, if we are talking about Mahatma Gandhi University, remember it is the university according to Times Higher Education Young University ranking. They have secured the top position in India and they were 81 position globally in this Times Higher Education Young University ranking. Next, name the scheme that was recently launched by the Bank of Maharashtra to offer financial support for food and agro-based industries. It is Mahakrishi Smriddhi Yojana. Right? It is Bank of Maharashtra. They have introduced this Mahakrishi Smriddhi Yojana, that is an initiative to offer financial assistance to food and agro-based industries. Next is we talk about Swayam Siddha. Here remember Ministry of Rural Development and State Bank of India, they together have signed an MOU to provide loans to the rural self-help groups, and SBI have launched this Swayam Siddha, that is a specialized financial product developed specially for the women self-help groups. Next, name the personality who has been recently appointed as the brand ambassador of the Muthoot Papachan Group, popularly known as Muthoot Blue. So Shah Rukh Khan has recently been appointed as the brand ambassador of this Muthoot Blue. Next, Agnikul Cosmos Private Limited launched India's second privately built rocket Dash, powered by the world's first single-piece 3D printed semi-cryogenic engine. It is Agniban Sorted. This is the name of the second privately built rocket that was powered by the world's first single piece 3D printed semi cryogenic engine. And all these things were done by which organization? Agnikul Cosmos Private Limited. Then if we talk about Angara A5, this is a heavy built rocket, right, to carry the heavy materials into space, launched by Roscosmos and this will be replacing the Proton M. Next, name the next generation anti-radiation missile that was recently tested by DRDO successfully from Sukhoi 30 Mark 1 fighter jet of the Indian Air Force. So it is Rudra M the second. Correct. So DRDO successfully tested this Rudra M second from which spacecraft? From Sukhoi 30 Mark 1 fighter jet, and this, remember, is an air to surface missile that was tested from ITR of the coast of Odisha, and this can carry a payload of up to 200 kgs and has a speed of 5.5 Mach, that is 5.5 times the speed of sound, right? Next is name the world's first wooden satellite that was recently developed by Kyoto University of Japan and Sumitomo Forestry. It is Lignosat, right? Lignosat is the name of the world's first wooden satellite that was developed by Kyoto University of Japan and Sumitomo Forestry. Take a note of this. And this was launched by SpaceX rocket, and this will be launched by SpaceX rocket in September. And important thing about it, that is a wooden satellite. So that's all for the day, friends. Now let's move to some revision part that will be very beneficial in your learning. Next, which company has recently tested the lunar rover prototype, the flexible logistics and exploration rover in Mojave Desert in California? So which company tested this lunar rover prototype? It was tested by Venturi Astrolabs Incorporation. Right, this is a LA USA based startup, and they have tested this lunar rover prototype, that is Flex rover. And what does this Flex stands for? Flexible logistics and exploration, and it was tested where? Location is important, in Mojave Desert of California. Next, which country's defense force has recently received two Dornier 228 planes from Hindustan Aeronautics Limited? It is Guyana. Right, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, they have received two Dornier 228 planes. They are the surveillance aircraft received by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. And we remember, this was also gifted to Sri Lanka by India for surveillance perspective. Next, which armed force command along with DRDO has recently conducted the flight test of the new generation ballistic missile Agni Prime from the coast of Odisha? It is Strategic Forces Command. Right, and along with DRDO, they have successfully conducted the flight test of the new generation ballistic missile Agni Prime from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam of the coast of Odisha. This is a two-stage surface-to-surface missile, and it is a range between 1000 km to 2000 km. And this is the sixth variant of the Agni Prime missile developed under the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program. Next, Indian Army commenced the induction of the indigenous Akshatir control and reporting system to enhance the air defense capabilities. Which company developed the project Akshatir? So Akshatir project was developed by Bharat Electronics Limited, BEL, and it was developed under Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative, and this will enhance the Indian Army's defense unit to operate in an integrated manner. Next, which country's superconducting fusion device Artificial Sun has recently set a new world record in the nuclear fusion experiment by sustaining a plasma loop to 100 million degrees Celsius for 48 seconds? It is South Korea. Right, South Korea superconducting fusion device, that is the Korea Superconducting Tokamak Advanced Research by the name K-STAR, also known as Artificial Sun at the Korea Institute of Fusion Energy, set a new world record for the nuclear fusion experiment by sustaining a plasma loop to 100 degrees Celsius for 48 seconds. And the aim here is to target 100 million degrees Celsius for almost 300 seconds by the year 2026. This is the targeted project. Next, the Indian Air Force received the delivery of the first indigenously designed and developed Crash Fire Dash. So full form of CFD is asked here. So Indian Air Force, they have received the delivery of the first indigenously designed and developed Crash Fire tender. Option 2 is right here. Moving on. And one more thing, remember this CFT was developed by a Noida UP based MSME firm against the contract worth 291 crore rupees. Next, which company has recently received or launched Bandwagon 1, the first rideshare mission to low Earth orbit with a Falcon 9 rocket from Florida, USA. So this Bandwagon 1 mission was launched by SpaceX and it carried a total of 11 satellites, and one of the satellite was of Tata Advanced Systems Limited, that is TSAT-1A. Moving on. In April, Indian Army acquired the first batch of 24 Igla-S man portable air defense system along with 100 missiles from which country? So it was from Russia. Correct. Indian Army procured the first batch of 24 Russia-made Igla-S man portable air defense system along with 100 missiles as a part of the agreement involving domestic production in India, and this will bolster the Indian Army's very short-range air defense capabilities. Next, which company has recently launched 3 Black Brant 9 sounding rocket from atmospheric perturbations around ellipse path mission? It is NASA. Correct. And the aim here of this mission is to study the disturbances in the ionosphere because of the total solar eclipse. Next, name the India's first private sector built sub-meter resolution Earth observation satellite that has been launched by Tata Advanced Systems Limited. As we just saw, it is TSAT-1A and it was launched using the it was the part of the Bandwagon satellite, among which 11 satellites were launched by the SpaceX. Next, which country has recently signed an agreement with NASA to advance sustainable human exploration of the moon? It is Japan. Bill Nelson, the administrator of NASA, has recently partnered with Japan's Minister of Education, Culture, Sports and Technology, and it was basically to advance the sustainable human exploration of the moon, right? And this agreement was signed at Washington DC in USA. Next, which space agency has recently launched the first Angara A5 space rocket? It is Roscosmos, right? Roscosmos is the space agency of Russia, and they have successfully launched first Angara A5 space rocket from the launch pad in Russia, and this will replace the Proton M as a Russia's heavy lift rocket. Next, which country has recently deployed Sea Dome defense system for the first time? See, Iron Dome. The system named is Iron Dome, right? And it is basically to protect the land from the incoming missiles, right? And this is the equipped in a city, but if the same Iron Dome system is equipped on a ship, then it is known as Sea Dome. Correct. So either asked Iron Dome or Sea Dome, it is of which country? It is of Israel. Next, name the Indian pilot who has been recently selected among the 6 crew members to fly on Blue Origin's New Shepard space tourism mission. So from India, he will be Gopi Thotakura, right? And he has recently received the opportunity where he will be going into space, and he will be the first space tourist from India. And this is the 25th mission of Blue Origin, that is 25th New Shepard space tourism mission. Next, which space organization has recently deployed a lightweight carbon-carbon nozzle for rocket engine? It is ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. And here remember, ISRO's Vikram Sarabhai Space Center based in Trivandrum, Kerala developed this carbon-carbon nozzle for rocket engine, and this will basically reducing the mass approximately by 67% of the launch vehicle. Next, in April, Dash became the first country to launch MEN 5CV meningitis vaccine recommended by WHO. It is Nigeria. Nigeria became the first country to launch the new vaccine, that is MEN 5CV recommended by WHO, and MEN CV potentially is paving the way for WHO's goal of eliminating meningitis by the year 2030. Next, in which state DRDO recently inaugurated the submersible platform for acoustic characterization and evaluation, that is SPACE, a testing hub for sonar systems for the Indian Navy. So this was tested where? It was tested in Idukki, Kerala. It was tested by DRDO, and what was being tested here? It is SPACE, that is submersible platform for acoustic characterization and evaluation. Correct. Next is, which company has recently launched the omni-channel direct-to-consumer fintech app to offer various financial products on a single digital platform. It is Aditya Birla Capital Limited. This is the financial arm of the Aditya Birla Group, and they have launched an omni-channel direct-to-consumer fintech app, that is ABCD, Aditya Birla Capital Digital, that offers various financial products on a single platform. Next, in April, DRDO, they conducted a flight test of indigenous technology cruise missile at Dash City. So it was tested where? It was tested in Chandipur, Odisha. Right, the missile is developed by DRDO's laboratory, that is ADE, Aeronautical Development Establishment, that is in Bangalore, Karnataka. And this successful demonstration of flight test confirmed the reliable performance of the indigenous propulsion system. Correct, and it was tested where? In Chandipur, off the coast of Odisha. Next, which company has recently built Hala Point, the world's largest neuromorphic system code to enable more sustainable AI? So it is Intel Corporation, right? This is an American technology company that manufactures semiconductor computer circuits, and they have built the world's largest neuromorphic system code named Hala Point that will enable more sustainable artificial intelligence. And it can support up to 20 quadrillion operations per second with an efficiency exceeding 15 trillion 8-bit operations per second. Next, India delivered the first batch of BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles to which country? Philippines. We have seen this multiple times. Then name the company that has recently received the first batch of indigenous leading edge slat actuators and air brake control module from Defense Research Development Organization for using it in the light combat aircraft Tejas Mark 1A fighter jet. So, company that received the first batch of this leading edge slat actuators and airbags control module from DRDO, which is it? It is Hindustan Aeronautics. It is Hindustan Aeronautics. Right? Take a note of this. Next, which space organization has recently confirmed its Dragonfly rotorcraft mission to Titan with a total life cycle cost of $3.35 billion? Which is this space organization? It is NASA. Right? NASA confirmed their Dragonfly rotorcraft mission to Titan and with a total life cycle cost of $3.35 billion. And Titan, remember, this is the largest moon of the Saturn, but second largest moon of our solar system. The largest moon of our solar system is Ganymede, that is of Jupiter. Next, which company or organization has recently developed the lightest bulletproof jacket in India for protection against highest level threats? It is DRDO that has developed this lightest bulletproof jacket.